Hey guys, so I'm coming to you with my press-on nail routine, and I thought this would be like a fun video, hopefully a little on the casual side, to kind of show you how I not only remove my press-on nails, but how I apply them as well. And I apply them with glue, like the nail glue that comes with these nails. So it's a little bit of a process to apply and remove them, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually not that difficult. So I wanted to give you a little peek at my nail routine. Before I jump in, I do get my press-on nails from Etsy. I just find whatever designs I like, and I find they're kind of more or less cheaper than getting acrylic or something like this, as my nails are not naturally this long. And I get to get fun designs, so Etsy is where I go. And like I said, I use the glue. I don't use the sticky tabs. And usually I try to wait a day or two before reapplying press-on nails after removing them. Or I've waited from 1 to 2 weeks if I wanted to give my nails a longer break. But I'll go ahead and show you the removal process, and I'll try and have timestamps below for when I apply them or remove them if you want to switch between those. I will be changing out of these into a new set, which I'm very excited about. So to remove your press-on nails, or at least how I remove them, I start off with a nice towel, as you can see here, and that's because I have to soak my nails in warm soapy water. This is kind of still hot, so I'm letting it cool down a little bit, and it's a little too soapy, but as you can probably tell, I've just pumped a few pumps of hand soap in the bowl and mixed it with the hot water. So really, you know, any gentle soap for your hands is good to go. And that's pretty much all you need. But to help me along, I also like to use cuticle oil to apply as I'm soaking my nails, so that it gets extra lubricated between my nail and the press-on. So this is the cuticle nail oil that I'm use. It's just like the basic one from Sally Hansen that you can get like at Target or Walmart. So what I do, oh, and then what you also need is something to essentially, if you can tell, not sure if it will focus, something to essentially scrape the glue away between the press-on nail and your nail. Now, this makes more sense with what I'm just about to show you, which is this tool. I got this in a set for like nail tools at Target, I think. It's called Japanesque, and it's technically a cuticle pusher, this end. I'm not a nail technician, so I don't really know the correct terms. But this kind of pushes down the nail beds. And then there's this, which is a cuticle bed cutter, or like it can like cut away the cuticles, the dead skin from the cuticles. And it's got like a two-pronged metal edge. Now this is like what I highly recommend getting if you want to safely remove your press-ons. I'm not gonna say that there's like zero damage to your nail bed. It's obviously less damage than maybe getting acrylic or whatnot, but this is far more gentle than if you didn't have this and all you did was try to wiggle it back and forth to take it off. That actually was a really more painful process for me. It kind of bruised my nails, and it took a really long time. So if you do want to just soak it for a while and wiggle it off, that's fine, but it's going to take a really long time and it might be more painful. You could also use acetone or nail polish remover, but then you are obviously probably going to ruin the design because of the polish paint on the press-on, and I like to save these if I can, so I don't want to do that unless they're like really damaged. But that's why I really recommend this kind of tool, or like a very small sharp metal object that you can essentially, let me see if I can show this, what you're going to do is like start chipping away beneath, and always like going upward and like sideways, never like scraping your own nail bed, right? So I'll show you in a little bit, but those are like the 3 core tools that I use, which is this little cuticle cutter, after soaking your nails for a little while. So take out the movie or the YouTube and just like relax while you do this. I find it kind of a therapeutic thing. And then the cuticle oil, I will apply as I soak my nails, and then I kind of chip away until each one comes off. So I'll do that with you now. So first things first is we're gonna soak our nails. I like to do one hand at a time so that my other hand is more dry and I can use this tool a lot more easily. And of course, you know, you're soaking them, so it might get a little grainy or raisiny skin. So it's nice to just like do it one at a time with your hands. You can even just do one nail at a time. Okay? So I'm going to soak this for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll start to show you the technique I use. Okay, so I have been soaking my hands for about 5 minutes, or my fingers on one hand I should say. So I do this mainly because the water is still really kind of hot, so I can't like just sit in the water. I'm just kind of like dipping them in. But just getting them nice and warm. If you're thinking, well, what about when I'm in the shower? Will my nails get loose? No, that's never happened to me. And I essentially, when using press-on nails, I try to use my nails as little as possible. Like, I don't actually use the force of the nail, though it's very strong right now. Like, it feels very strong, but I try not to overwork my nails so they last really well, and only a few times have like one or two nails flown off because I was just really like trying to use the nail more than I should have. So just be careful, like you just have to basically adjust your lifestyle with long nails, especially press on. Even if they weren't press on, like obviously you wouldn't want to break a nail, I'm assuming. So things like washing my hair, I use like a little scalp scrubber so I don't have to use my nails. If I'm washing dishes, I try not to like soak my hands in the water. I obviously wash my hands, but you know, it's so quick that it's not like deep soaking, and even then, like, I'm gonna have to scrape the glue away to really get these off. So the glue is just very efficient. And when I show how I apply them, I'll show how I prep my nails, what glue I end up using, which usually is what comes with the nails and all that good stuff. But yeah, just I wouldn't worry about your nails easily coming off unless you're really overworking your nails. And then also just try to use like the edges of your fingers for like putting on jewelry, and when you're opening cans of soda or water or whatever, try to use other objects as much as possible. It's not really that difficult, to be honest. Like, I just find that that's a different way for me to use my hands, and it's really honestly not difficult for me and worth it to get the nail aesthetic that I want, which are nice long nails. So I live a very normal life. And honestly, when I had short nails, I would have to give myself like a manicure every week because nail polish just easily chipped all the time. So I would have to paint my nails every week or, you know, fix them up. And I like nail polish, so you know, if you like bare nails, that's, you know, it's totally fine. But like, as someone who wants to have my nails done, these are actually way easier to manage because I only have to switch them out every 2 weeks, and even then I can decide to like wait even longer to reapply press-ons and give my nails a break. So it's actually a little less maintenance in a good way, but it's a lifestyle adjustment to use long nails. So anyways, I've soaked my nails and now I'm going to just, what I like to do is take the nail oil and I'll like rub the oil around the cuticle area where the glue obviously would end up being. Okay, and I like to go on the inside of the nail as well. What we're trying to do here is not only get the hot water to start breaking down the glue and making it easier to work with, but also the oil will get between the glue and the press-on nail, so between your nail and this nail, and it creates even more of a lubricant. So I'm just gonna rub that in a little bit, and I might just like dip it in, and then I'm gonna take my tool, and I'm hoping I can do this okay. So what I do is I start to like chip. Hopefully you can see that. And sometimes it's already loose. Like for this, I'm already going beneath the nail. Like I slipped this in between already. So, you know, naturally my nail has grown. You can see that little growth. So the glue is naturally having been broken down. And I just go in upward swiping motions, and I start at the corner because I just feel like it's a little weaker, and I try to go up to the top, to the side of my nail. And this is very difficult to do on camera because it's kind of far away from me, but this isn't painful. You just have to work gradually and just really listen to your body. Make sure you're not hurting yourself. Be very gentle with any metal object. You don't want to cut yourself, okay? Alright, so it's definitely loose. You can even wiggle it a little if you want. Just be careful to not bruise yourself. You'll know if it hurts. You'll feel it. And I'll go on the other side. So then once I've done like that swiping motion, I'll show it again. So start from the corner, just like chip away. If I can try to get underneath, swipe up, and then I'll start from the bottom, the middle, and ooh yeah, it's definitely loose right now. I don't know if you can see. It's very difficult. So then I'm going to start to show the other side. I'm just like, I can't get underneath the nail, so I just am scraping the glue by doing this motion. This is just such a natural, like, I don't know, you'll feel like this is a natural way to like chip away the glue and get rid of it without hurting yourself. Sorry if this is shaky. So then I'm obviously going to scrape towards the other side. It's a little bit tougher on this side. I can hear the glue breaking, but it doesn't hurt whatsoever. Alright, so I'm just going to do that, and then what I'll keep doing is I'll keep putting it back in the water, right? Keep putting it back in the water, and then doing it again. So obviously this is kind of tedious, but if you're like watching a show, honestly, I would say within 30 minutes to an hour, these could be off your nails. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I just scraped, and look, now I just like press on the nail. You can see it's moving up. Do this. I like to do this wiggle. This might creep somebody out. I'm so sorry. You can like skip ahead a few seconds, but you can see it's becoming looser. So you don't want to just like break it down because that might damage your nail and hurt. So just keep breaking it away and keep chipping. And then once you're able to keep doing this, it will just easily pop off, right? Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. Oh yeah, look at that. It's completely moving. Oh, there we go. Wow, I felt like that was a baby being born or something. It's just very sudden. So I didn't even need to do it. So that just took like a minute or two, honestly. I was talking a lot, so obviously if I was concentrating on this, it would just be a lot quicker, but that only took like a few minutes other than just like soaking it for a while. And that's my nail. It's perfectly good, other than there's just some glue. I'll see if I can like focus. You can see the state of my nail. There's really not like any glue residue, except for just a slight amount. Like I can feel there's just a slight amount, but it's still kind of smooth, to be honest. So there you go. That's how you remove a press-on nail. And I'm just going to do it for each of these. Again, you're just taking your metal object, right? Add some glue, cuticle oil. Okay. Rub that in. Dip it back in if you need to. And you just want to chip at the corner first. The corner of the nail is what I prefer, and slide it up the nail bed. Just to loosen it, be gentle. You're gonna know, you're gonna feel how much you need to go, and you're just breaking the glue down. in this corner. If you can't get beneath, you just have to scrape back and forth to like remove the glue. It's probably more manageable due to, oh, look at that. That really flew off. These were ready to come off with this. Wow, that was very successful. Like, that didn't even take any time. And these are so, like, they did not fall off. Only one fell off, and that's because I accidentally jammed this finger against something while I was washing dishes. But all of them have stayed put. They have not fallen off. So even though they're really sturdy, just be mindful that they will come off easily if you do it correctly, or just patiently, I should say. I'm sure my method is not, you know, there's other methods, but it's my nail. I don't know if you can see the state of my nail. It's all smooth for the most part. I'm gonna remove the rest of my nails and then come back to you with all my nails removed and how I reapply with new press-ons. Alright, welcome back. So I have removed all my nails and it's actually been, I would say, about 1 to 2 days since I removed them, and that essentially is usually how much time I tend to wait to reapply the next nail set. Sometimes I do wait longer, like 1 to 2 weeks, give or take how long I want to pause, but it's really up to you and what you're comfortable with. So I'll try to get up close. I put some nail oil already, or cuticle oil. You can see my nails are just not too damaged. They're pretty smooth. They're actually in pretty good condition, and there's no glue residue. Usually if there is, you can remove it with any acetone, like nail polish remover, or hot water and soap. Washing your hands will get rid of it over time. So I've already applied the Sally Hansen cuticle oil just to start getting my nails soft. And what I will go through is how I prep my nails for my new set, and I can show you the nails that I want to apply. So the nail set that I will be applying are these. I can link them down below if I can find them. I got them off of Etsy. They're so beautiful. I'm just so excited to wear these. So I'll just do a little up close so you can kind of get a full view. They're so beautiful. So I'll leave that up here. That's the nail set. So in order to prep my nails, I'll show you what I use. I already showed the nail oil softens the cuticles, and I just feel like it hydrates the nails themselves. I'll be using this cuticle cream to help push back my cuticles, which is a step I like to take to prep the nails. So it's just from Burt's Bees. And then I tend to like to use a serum for strengthening, but I ran out and I need to go buy more. So we're just going to skip that part. Although if you want to keep strong nails, I do recommend like vitamins to keep up the strength as well. And just like a good diet, of course, will keep your nails really healthy. I will also be, I have this like old nail set box where I keep some of my tools and some of the like stuff I got from nails sets. So I have a bunch of like files, so I might file a little bit of my nails. This will be the cuticle pusher. And then if I need to trim my nails, I'll trim them, but they're pretty short right now and I don't need to do that. And then this is like usually provided with nail sets, these like sticks. I think they're meant to be cuticle pushers, but I kind of use them to help me clean up any glue that kind of ends up coming if like I put too much glue on and it starts to like, you know, get on the side of my nail. I'll just use this to clean it. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that there. So I'm going to put that away. I have a little buffing file. You can use a regular file. This comes with some of my nail sets that I get. They just are included. So I just use this to buff the top of my nail, which is kind of the last step before applying the glue and the nail, the press-on nail. I did go ahead and get like a pack of items with my press-ons, and so I either will be using this glue or what I have enjoyed, well, not necessarily what I've enjoyed, but what I've done is collected all the, you know, extra glue and things, because you don't end up using the whole glue bottle, so I save all of it, and I have all this stuff from past nails, so I just save it and then I try to use up anything I have. I might try and use a fresh bottle. Okay, so for example, this one has never been used. So the tip is just all sealed when you first get it, and so what you have to do is take some scissors and just cut the tip very carefully, and you really don't have to do much else other than you can squeeze the bottle slightly, like squeeze it slightly, and it's very liquidy in there, so it will start to come out if you've cut enough of the top where a small hole can be seen and the glue can come out. So yeah, so I think I'm going to use this old glue bottle that's never been opened, and I'm just going to go ahead and use it. It doesn't really matter what brand it is. Again, they usually come with the nail sets, but just look for nail glue, and you should be able to find something like that if you don't get that with your nail sets. Since I bought a full design set, obviously it comes with these items, but I will save them for later so that I can use up what I have. One of the other last things I have with me is nail polish remover and cotton balls. So I will first, you know, moisturize and rub in cuticle cream so I can push back the cuticles. Once I've done that, you can also trim your cuticles if you wish, but you know, it's really up to you how comfortable. Just be very careful. Once I do that, I'll obviously make sure to just file my nails to make them smooth around the edges, and then after that I will wash my hands, because that just makes it very easy to get everything off. You want really clean nails before you put your press-ons on. And then after I wash my hands, I will rub with acetone or nail polish remover and then get ready to go for the nails set. So, okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and just rub some cuticle cream. Just rub it on my nail. And I'm just going to go through and do all of them. This probably takes me maybe 30 minutes max to do the press-ons, but it It might feel longer at first for your first time because you're just being very careful, and sometimes like you're working quickly with nail glue, so it's a little daunting, but I recommend being patient with yourself and spending as much time as you need to get it correctly on your nail. And remember, if you need to remove the nail, it's always possible. You just have to soak it and then chip away at the glue and clean the glue off the nail as best as you can with nail polish remover. You know, not on the design, but behind the nail. And then clean off any glue on your nail so that you can reapply it. So honestly, it's really much more forgiving than I think it might feel to apply fake nails. But yeah, okay. I've applied my cuticle oil, or cuticle cream and cuticle oil technically. And I'm just wanting to push back my cuticles a little bit. Nothing major. And not sure if you can see that, but this is the tool I used to like remove the nail glue, and this end I used to push back the cuticles. You can even use your fingernails, to be honest. You just have to be gentle. I just go down the sides. It's nothing like very professional. You know, I mean, keep it simple. Okay, I have gone ahead and washed my hands after pushing back my cuticles. And now I'm just going to make sure that the edges of my nail are smooth. I don't want to, my nails are pretty short, so I don't want to make them too short, but I just don't want to make them too raggedy at the edges. My nails don't really grow too fast, so I only start to see a gap between the press-on nail and my real nail around 2 weeks, but just barely. I could push maybe to 3 weeks, but I feel like by 3 weeks it's such a noticeable gap that it just doesn't look that great. So even if these were to last 3 weeks really well, it's almost like your nail is growing and you can kind of see the gap anyway. It's not very flattering. So that's probably why you often see most nails don't last more than a month, because your nail starts to grow and it starts to look kind of funky. It's not necessarily that the nail can withstand much more time. So now I'm going to just clean my nails one more time with some nail polish remover, the cotton ball, just swipe over to clean the nail and make sure you get rid of any fuzzies. Okay, great. Alright, so we have fresh, clean nails. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take these out so that I can start to pick them off the towel, which will be a lot easier, but just want to make sure being careful. And make sure you don't have acetone on your fingers. That could take off the paint. Oh my god, I already know these are gonna be like really long. Oh my god. How am I gonna survive? I'm used to long nails, but sometimes they'll be extra long. And you can kind of see it fits my nail really well. I'm a size small in press-on nails for the most part, and you just want to double check when you get them that they fit. These are actually pretty big for a size small. I've had it kind of depends on like the shape of the nails, like if you get stiletto versus, you know, something else. Okay, so I have my nails, and I did all that. Okay, so next, what I'm gonna do, I'm like folding my towel so I have some flat space to put the glue so it doesn't topple over, because what happens is I will take the glue, this isn't open yet, and I will put a few drops, and then I will immediately set it away, right? Don't worry about it. You have a few seconds of time, so take your time, okay? And then when the glue is settling, you just place your nail on, hold it, make sure you're placing it correctly. You can even like do that, but obviously with the thumb, doing that is pretty simple. And same with the other nails, you just want to go one by one, hold, press, and I'll show you in a bit, but it's a little trickier with the other hand, but I will show you how I do it. Okay, so let me go ahead and buff my nails. This is the last step, so you just want to lightly create some buff. I don't do it very harshly because I don't want to like totally thin out my nail. Just kind of give something to have the glue stick to. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first one. I can see some droplets. I'm going to do a couple drops. I feel like less is more, however, I've done too little glue and that's not been the best. Okay, that's good. Doing this quickly. Holding it before I let go. And then I'm going to press. Make sure no acetone is on your finger. Press for like 30 to 60 seconds. Just double checking. If you feel like there's any glue, I see some glue right here. I'm just going to like clean off the edge. These are kind of big on my fingers, but they fit. They fit, and that's what matters to me. Holy shit. So cute. I said shit, which I don't know if that's okay, but whatever. This is probably the jankiest press-on nail tutorial ever. Okay. But bam. Okay. She's a witch. Look at that. Yeah, that feels sturdy. It was very clean. Just gonna press even more. Next one. Pressing glue. It should be kind of runny, not like very sticky. Okay. Pressing, and you can kind of go down into your cuticle a little bit, depending on how much room you have in there. Okay, I'm gonna clean off this glue. Make sure, try not to get your finger that's pressing with any glue, because then it will start to stick to the nail that you are pressing pressing, and then you end up getting like glue residue, and that's just not cute, or it, you know, kind of ruins the design depending. It can wash off, but you know, ideally you don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna clean any glue off. Okay. I'm honestly, they're so long, I'm a little worried if I'm gonna be able to type at work. We'll see. I have a flat keyboard, so I think I'll be okay, but damn, these are fierce. I feel very fierce in these. Don't forget to press the sides if you're able to, just because I want the glue to kind of go around, obviously. Wow. Oh my god, these are so crazy. I love them, but I'm nervous. How crazy they are. I love them now. I love them so much. Sometimes you gotta look a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? Love it. Alright, we're all done. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these nails because they're very easy and obviously to the point about what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go ahead and show my other side in a bit in the next clip. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're gonna do the next side. I did the first set. Look at that. Obviously the easiest because I have this hand to do it. I'm just going to buff this hand. Okay, here we go. This is a little bit more tough, but I try to be as quick about it as possible. And make sure to hold the glue like this. I'm going to do the pinky first, I think. Not I think, because I'm doing it. So, just spreading the glue as good as I can. Take the time to set the glue aside. It's still going to be gluey. Okay, taking it between my fingers, laying it flat, and then pressing. Okay, and then I use like my knuckle if I just want to make sure I don't want like any of my nails getting in the way of anything. So I try to use like my knuckle and press it. And that looks pretty good. They're kind of big enough that you can't really like mess up, and they're not uncomfortable by any means. Okay, next. Okay. Glue. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. Right. That's okay. Was that the one? Yeah, okay. So again, taking it, and then I'm going to lay it down, and I kind of have to like push my finger up a little bit just to like really hold it there. Don't move anything for like 5 seconds, then move it, then press down. Because if you move it too soon, the nail starts to slide off, and then you kind of lose your grasp on it. So just like hold it, count to 10, and then press. This is very technical. I don't know why. After a while, it just, honestly, you get used to it, and I'm just pressing it down here. It's just, you know, watch your favorite YouTube relax, listen to some, I don't know, podcast or watch a movie. It's not meant to be something too crazy, but you know, take your time, concentrate on what you're doing. And if you need to fix it, you will just instinctively know how to fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pushing my finger up towards the nail and I'm pressing this nail down on the finger. So that's what's, you can see it's off the towel, and then I'll set it back down and then press. I kind of have to like meet them together. I have to like push down while simultaneously pushing the nail up, because I just find myself doing that. I don't really know the science behind it, but once I do that and it feels like it's gonna stay, then I put it down and then really press hard. And I think that's just to get the initial stick going, because sometimes doing it like this, it almost doesn't like press fully on, because you know I have these other nails in the way. So okay, we're almost done. Very exciting. I'm gonna have to figure out if I can type with these. I will figure it out, honestly. It's gonna happen. We're gonna be okay. You know what? I can like voice dictate. That's not a problem. I think. So I usually do press-ons after a shower, because you kind of want to avoid water like for a big amount of time, for 24 hours, like another shower. So I recommend doing this in the evening after you shower, or make sure you've already showered, and then look, it's all done. After you shower, and then you have the whole night to fall asleep with them, and then glue will really settle. And then you can obviously wash your hands, just like make sure you're washing the actual hand. You know, you don't need to like soak your actual nails for that long. You just want to make sure you're washing the important parts, right? And yeah, that's it. These are the nails. I know they're probably not everyone's cup of tea, but I really am excited, and I feel like they are so cute. They're definitely a showstopper. So I'm gonna go figure out if I can type with these. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope that wherever you are good, and I hope this was a helpful video. But yeah, these are my nail routine for press-on nails, and I hope this was really helpful for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will catch you later.